what I like about our studio is the fact that we bring the old world equipment and the new world equipment together in one place. We have two things known to move a crowd: the Batmobile and the 808. We love music and musicianship, and at the same time we embrace DJ culture and its lack of musicianship in many cases. We have a Pioneer mixer and Technique turntables, and like I said, just in case you want to play a record. You know, records sound like records. Nothing sounds like a record. A cassette doesn't sound like a record. A 1/4-inch tape doesn't sound like a record. If you want to listen to a record, listen to a record. An actual record. Put a needle to the record. We have an inclusive environment as opposed to the traditional engineers on this side of the island and the producers and talent people on the other side of the island, so that everybody can come together, because we think that the technical aspects of record making are just as important as the musicianship and compositional aspects. This is the Moog Voyager, the Dave Smith Poly Evolver, and the Access Virus TI. The TI stands for Total Integration because there's a plug-in controller for that allows you to control this hardware synthesizer from your computer. This is a Kurzweil 2500 XS, weighted keys, 88 of them. Here we are at Mission Control, the synth bay at Slang Music Group. I'm going to show you what we got and kind of go over it a little bit. We have 4 16-channel MIDI interfaces so that we can have all of these synthesizers accessible via MIDI at any time. So they're always plugged up and ready to go. We have Novation, Studio Electronics, that Yamaha at the bottom there is a TX816. That's 8 DX7s in a rack. Here at our studio we have a large amount of MIDI gear. I've been collecting synthesizers since the 80s. So we have in the room operational, accessible at any point, at least 40. And some would include the Moog Voyager and the Poly Evolver. Those are new additions, and then other ones would include like the Matrix 6, the MKS 50. We have Yamaha TX816 and many other vintage synthesizers. On the outboard side, we use tube gear and solid state gear. So we have SSL channels and preamps, and we have Manley Vox Box. We have API EQs, 10 channels, and we have drummer gates in case you like me believe that the gates on the computer don't really work just like the real ones. On this side of the room we have our outboard gear, our actual outboard gear, as opposed to the virtual outboard gear that we have inside Pro Tools. We have lots of plugins. Let's see, to run down the list, we have an AMEC 9098 EQ and mic pre, solid state logic, SSL channel, several channels of Aphex compression, a TL Audio dual valve preamplifier compressor. Now the thing that I like about this is it makes most anything you're working on sound like Naked Music records or the Masters at Work records. It just warms up, just kind of muddies up your track a little bit. And I like putting it on the 2-bus sometimes for that reason, just because it adds a little mud in that digital world that we work in. Drummer gates. This is 10 channels of API EQ. We have lots more API EQ inside Pro Tools as well. A Manley Vox Box and the Aphex Dominator. Gracie mic pre's. This little thing here is a Roland SN550. That's a digital noise eliminator. Now what's funny about this, I don't really know quite how it works, but if you have a sound or an instrument that has a buzz or any constant hum, electrically or otherwise, it analyzes it, recognizes it as a constant and not part of the instrument sound, and removes it digitally. It's pretty cool. Works on just about anything. That's what I like about it. So it'll take the hiss out of it'll take some of the hiss out of a record. It'll take the ground loop noise out or the high Z noise that you get from instruments sometimes, and just catches it and kind of filter. It's a really interesting filter. Very transparent. I like it. Gracie mic pre's, 8 of them. Drummer M500s. This is an Antares ATR1, which is basically Antares Auto-Tune 1 in a rack. So those singers that have those pitch problems on the road, or if you want to get that T-Pain noise, on the road, you can just use the ATR1. Tell it what key your song's in and sing out of it.